Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Gain Knowledge. Today we are going to learn class 8 social science subject Gujarat State Board book semester 1st chapter number 1st arrival of Europeans in India part 1. Okay, so I divided the first chapter into two parts. So today we will see part 1 and in the next video we'll go to the part 2. Okay, let's begin the first lesson, arrival of Europeans in India. So arrival means what? So when the European powers they start to come to India. So which means arrival of Europeans in India. So we have learned in the previous standard that many years ago our country was one of the leading countries in the world. Okay, so in the previous sixth standard we had studied that our country which was one of the leading country, which means our country which was powerful uh, according to the wealth according to the economic condition. So which means our country was one of the leading country. Our country was distinct in the whole world. So our country was different from the other countries. The people of various countries were being influenced by our culture and prosperity. So the people from other countries, okay, they were influenced, they were attracted, or they were affected by our culture and prosperity, which means wealth. Culture means the lifestyle of the people. So the other countries people, they were affected, they were influenced by culture and prosperity. Many people worldwide were eager to enter into trade with our country and earn wealth out of it. Okay, so from many other countries the people, they eagerly wants to come to India and they want to earn wealth out from the country, from our India. Earlier, the merchants from the various countries came to India from northwest by land route from the purpose of trading. Okay, so in the beginning, the European people or the northwest countries people, they came to India with the help of a land route. Okay, for the purpose of trading. For years, the Arab traders undertook trade through land route. Okay, so the Arab traders, after some years, the Arab traders they undertook the trade through the land routes, but the situation which was changed and trade through the this land route which was stopped. Okay, Con- consequently the demand for Indian commodities like silk, cotton cloth, muslin, black pepper, spices, etc., which was increased in European countries. Okay, which means when the land route in between European countries and India, which was started, or which was through this land route, while the peoples that are trading, so at that time period the European countries that demanded or the addicted of spices. Okay, which means they can't able to live without Indian spices. They were using cotton clothes which were imported from India. They using muslin, then they used black pepper, spices, etc. These all things which were the all commodities which were greatly demanded in European countries. Okay, so now the land route in between Europe and India which was closed. Okay, so to take the advantage of this situation, many countries of Europe started searching for a sea route to India. Okay, so after that, after the closing or after the closed of the land route in between Europe and India, the many countries from Europe they started to searching for a sea route to India. So in this map we can see the sea route in between here Europe and India. Okay, so what is it? This one is the sea route to come to India, but here we can see Istanbul. Istanbul at that time this place was known as Constantinople, which was annexed or which was controlled by the Turk Muslim, which was conquered by the Turk Muslim. After that, which was the land route in between this Europe and India, which was closed. Okay, so after that the European countries, they has to search a new sea route from European countries to the India. Okay. Subsequently, some adventurous sailor of Europe and other countries started the search of a sea route to come to India. Okay, so after that, many adventurous sailor means what? The people, those who are traveling in the sea. So uh, they started to search sea route to come to India. Okay, so one sailor Christopher Columbus. So Columbus, an Italian explorer, was one of the brave sailor who ventured out to find the sea route to India. Okay, Columbus, he was an Italian explorer. Okay, remember, Christopher Columbus, he was from Italy. He was Italian explorer. He thought that one can go to the east via west also. Okay, so what he thought, okay, we'll go to the back to the map. So what Christopher Columbus he thought, if suppose anyone wants to come to India to the sorry, if anyone wants to come to India, so they can, so India is in eastern side, so they can come to India through the west side also. Okay, so here Christopher Columbus, he started his journey in which direction? Western side. Okay, so he thought that one can go to the east via west also, so he started his journey towards the western side. Why did he believed so? Think about. Okay, so the common thing is that they knows that the earth is a spherical or round in a shape. So because of that, he believed that he can uh, traveling around the earth and came back to the India. So Columbus started his journey to India and accidentally reached America. Okay, so he started his journey to India. He wanted to come to India, but accidentally he reached America. As long as he lived, he was under the misconception that he had discovered the sea route to India. Okay, so throughout his time period, whenever he was living, okay, during his life, he was thought that he discovered sea route to India. Okay, he don't know that the new land which discovered by Christopher Columbus, which was actual America. Okay, he don't know, just he was under the misconception that he discovered India. Hence, even today the native of America are called red Indians. Okay, so the land or the area which discovered by Christopher Columbus, the people, those who are living there, they are known as red Indians, and the island group in Caribbean is known as the West Indies. Okay, West Indies, which means the island which discovered by Christopher Columbus. Okay, so in this, now the next one is Vasco da Gama. So the next sailor, Vasco da Gama, a native of Portugal. Okay, so the first one, Portuguese, he was from Italy, he was Italian sailor, and here Vasco da Gama, he was Portugal. Discovered a sea route to India. He enriched the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa and reached the port of Calicut on 22nd May 1498 after crossing the Indian Ocean. So Vasco da Gama, he actually discovered the new sea route from Europe to India. He enriched the Cape of Good Hope. Okay, so where it is located? To the bottom of Africa. Okay, if you will see, there is one, the bottom point of South Africa, which is known as a Cape of Good Hope. Okay, so from Europe to south side, Then again from south to north east side he traveled, and he reached at Calicut in India on 22nd May 1498. Okay, after crossing the Indian Ocean. Then ruling king of Calicut, Zamorin gave permission to the Portuguese to trade. Okay, so Zamorin so first Vasco da Gama he met to Zamorin. Okay, so Zamorin just he welcomed to Vasco da Gama. He took him to Calicut, and he gave permission to him to the Portuguese for a trade. The Portuguese established a fort in Calicut for trade in 1500 CE Common Era. So when the Portuguese they established a fort in the year of 1500 CE Common Era, they fortified it and appointed a commander in chief. Okay, so around this fort they appointed one commander for a safeguard of the fort. Okay, the namely, so remember the name of this commander in chief, the name is Albuquerque. Okay, Albuquerque, to safeguard the fort. Okay, so what was the name of the commander in chief which appointed by Portuguese at Calicut, at the fort of Calicut? So the commander in chief was Albuquerque to safeguard the fort. Moving northwards, Albuquerque conquered Goa in 1506 CE. Okay, so he moving the northward from the uh, Calicut, he moving to the northward, and in 1506 Common Era he conquered Goa. Okay, he controlled Goa. Span of 100 years, the Portuguese took control over Mangalore, Cochin, Goa, Diu, Mumbai, and island of Lanka. Okay, so after 1500, after next year till 1600, here the Portuguese that took control of Mangalore, Cochin, Goa, Diu, Mumbai, and island of Lanka. Now the next one is end of Portuguese rule. Okay, so we will see how the rule of Portuguese which was ended in India. In the beginning of the 17th century, the Portuguese expanded their trade to Bengal. So in the 16th century, the Portuguese they expanded their trade to Bengal. So they moved towards the Bengal side. Okay, Portuguese in the 17th century. Expanded, which means what? They increased their rule over India towards the Bengal side. At this time, the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan ruled India from Delhi. Okay, so at this time period, while Portuguese they were ruling over the northern part, or sorry, or to the southern part, to this area, some areas, or they are just reading to the southern part. So at the same time, Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan he ruled India from Delhi. The Subedar of Bengal complained to Shah Jahan about the behavior of the Portuguese. Okay, so now here Subedar of Bengal, Subedar means the leader or the Nawab, he complained to Shah Jahan that about the behavior of Portuguese. Thus, the fort of Hooghly was demolished and the ships were burnt as per the order of emperor. Okay, so at Hooghly, uh, the fort which built by the Portuguese at Hooghly, which was demolished, which means which was a crushed, which was crushed by the Shah Jahan. Okay, by the order of Shah Jahan, and the ships of Portuguese which were burnt as per the order of Emperor Shah Jahan. In this way, the Portuguese rule came to end with the exception of the territories of Diu, Daman, and Goa. Okay, so likewise, the Portuguese rule came to be end, and at last only they were ruling over Diu, Daman, and Goa. and the other regions which were under the control of Portuguese, which was taken by the Delhi, or taken by Shah Jahan, okay, Mughal emperor. Thank you for watching this video. We'll continue this topic in the next part 2.